I mean, that's a nice crispy skin. Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott and welcome to Sur La Table. Today I'm going to be making a pan-seared salmon with a lemon-chive beurre blanc. For this recipe, you'll need salmon, heavy cream, olive oil, unsalted butter, salt, shallots, peppercorns, white wine, chives, and lemon. First, I'm going to make the lemon-chive beurre blanc, which is essentially a butter sauce. So before I get started, I'm going to crack my black peppercorns. You don't need a fancy tool, just use the bottom of your skillet. This is just gonna help release some of their flavor. I'm just gonna drop those into the skillet. I'm gonna finish out my prep by mincing some chives. These are gonna be stirred in later, but like to have them ready to go. Bench scraper is great for this task, as the chives like to dance all over the cutting board. Okay, first step for making the beurre blanc is in a skillet. I'm using a stainless steel skillet today. Set over medium heat, I'm going to add shallots, lemon juice, and white wine. This is going to come to a simmer, and I'm going to let this reduce until it's almost dry. This is infusing the flavor of the shallots and peppercorn in with the liquids, and this is going to be the base of our sauce. It'll take a couple minutes. So the liquid is almost completely reduced. You can see there's maybe about a teaspoon or two down there. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna bring in a saucepan with a fine mesh strainer. So I'm gonna strain the sauce through the fine mesh strainer into my skillet. Now I have a little bit of liquid in here. I'm going to stir in some cream. Whisk it together. There's no heat yet. Now I'm going to turn the heat to medium-low. I want to heat this very gently as I whisk in all of my cubed butter. You can start by dropping in one piece of butter at a time, and then as the butter begins to melt and incorporates in with the other liquids, then you can start putting in 2 pieces of butter at a time. Beurre Blanc is basically a flavored butter. It's very delicious, it's very rich. This sauce is all about time and temperature control. Low heat that we're controlling with adding in cool butter, and that helps the emulsification stay stable. That means that the fat is being suspended in the liquids and is creating this creamy texture. If it gets too hot, your sauce will break. So then you'll start seeing fat and liquids broken apart in your saucepan. So you want to avoid that. To bring it back, turn off your heat, whisk like crazy, and add in a few droplets of cold water while whisking like crazy. If you can't bring it back with that, you just need to start over. Butter is nearly there, so I'm going to turn the heat off. The pan will stay warm while I finish whisking. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, lemon zest, and the chives. Whisk this together. I'm going to take a taste. It definitely needs more salt. Right now, this is just a butter and a little bit of wine and a little bit of lemon, so it definitely needs a lot of salt to help bring out and balance these flavors. So probably a 1/4 teaspoon. Let's try that. Whisk again. Take another taste. clean spoon. Perfect. Adding that little bit of salt makes it taste less like just butter, and now I can get more of the lemon zest in the chives. Now it's coming together as this beautiful sauce rather than just melted butter. So the beurre blanc is ready. You can set this aside, hold it warm while we start on our salmon. I have 2 beautiful salmon fillets here. I'm going to season the flesh side with salt and pepper. Now I'm going to preheat my skillet. Medium, high heat. This is a non-stick skillet. I'm going to add in some olive oil to the pan. We do need some fat in our pan. I'm going to heat this until the oil is shimmering. If you can catch the light coming across it, you'll see the top kind of goes like this. That's what we're looking for. That's when we know it's hot. I can also hear that I flicked a little bit of salt into it and it's popping. Turn your hood vent on. This could get a little smoky. Now I'm going to set my salmon fillets in, flesh side down. I do have the skin on my salmon today. I'll tell you why in a moment. So once I lay it in, I do like to give it a little bit of a wiggle in the pan. It helps to set those proteins so it'll release from the pan easier later. You can do that with both. Like so. And now I'm going to season the skin side. This way I don't have to get my hands dirty and wash while I'm cooking. So salt, pepper. So now that I've already wiggled it around a little bit, now I'm going to leave it alone for about 2 to 3 minutes. Again, this is cooking over medium, high heat. So it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. Beautiful light color. I'm going to flip it. I love this. Very happy with that even golden brown. And now I'm going to cook it the rest of the way on this second side. It's gonna take a little bit longer, so I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit, like medium heat. I'm going to let my salmon finish cooking on this side. So a way to check to see if your salmon is ready, one thing that you want to look for without having to take its temperature with a probe is you look on the side, and when the thick part of your salmon is no longer looking glossy, that's a good indicator that you can then serve it. Okay, my fish has been cooking for about 4 minutes on the second side, so I'm going to turn off the heat. I've got my clean tongs, and I just want the salmon to sit on its own plate for a few minutes to rest for a bit. And I don't want to do that in the hot skillet because I don't want it to cook any longer. I'm going to grab my beurre blanc. I'm going to give it a few stirs to bring it kind of back to life. So because we worked so hard to get this nice golden brown top, I'm going to ladle a little bit of the sauce down onto the plate first. Take a nice ladleful right in the middle of the plate. Grab one of these salmon fillets and lay it right on top. And there is pan-seared salmon with lemon-chive beurre blanc. For recipe videos, cooking classes, and more, visit surlatable.com.